Happy Makeup Monday. Let's do a fun look. I'm feeling the purpley pink vibe today to go with my white and blue. So let's do that for eyeshadows, and then I'm thinking this black cherry with plum for my blush. So of course, as usual, I'm going to start with my 3D foundation, but before I do, I gotta put my magical lip plumper on. This is a serum that has collagen and hyaluronic acid in it, so it really softens your lips and gives them beautiful color and fullness. So I'm all about that. All right, so I'm gonna go into my 3D foundation here. Since I've been using my new Sunless Tanner, I definitely have been sticking to my more summer colors. But that's the coolest part, is as your skin transitions, you can have different colors of your main highlight. I'm using Amber and Candlelit currently. And we're just gonna brighten the areas on the face. I just use my brush and then kind of go between stippling and sweeping motions. Doing the little quick stipples like you see me doing here, it mimics the, like I'm just tapping and pressing. It mimics the Beauty Blender with this kind of brush because it's dense. So it just makes everything look super nice. All right, so we got the skin evened out. I like one layer makeup, so I actually leave my cheeks open because I'm gonna put my contour and my blush there. So first I'm gonna get the contour here. You wanna find that cheekbone. You'll learn where to place it every time you do it. And the neat thing about our contour is you can tell it's like a cooler color. Versus a lot of times, you know, people use bronzers as their contour, and that's warm, so it really doesn't give you that shadow. You just get that you're trying to be beachy brown look. So I'm putting my contour on my face because, and letting it sit there and warm up. Since I live in a cooler climate, my skin's gonna warm up the cream, so it's easier to blend. Now I am doing two parallel lines on the bridge of my nose, keeping it close together. You can see that's like an example of how close together you want your nose contour. And I have a little button nose, so I just kind of bring the contour here. Look at the color of my lips and the fullness from that lip plumper. Now I'm gonna continue pinching and softly outline my lips. So doing a little bit of contour on your lips gives them a little bit of that plump effect. And I'm just gonna soften out the top just a little bit with that same brush that I did my contour color on. Now I'm gonna do a little bit more highlight down the bridge of my nose. And again, I'm not tapping into more product, but I'm just gonna lightly soften that contour so you don't really see two lines, but you can see how it really accentuated my nose very nicely. All right, now let's go in and using my brush. This is the blend brush. It's my favorite for doing contour because you get the fluffy end to really, you know, soften out your contour, get it nice and blended there, so those lines are not sharp and harsh. If you like a softer look, of course you can do your contour, you know, however it suits you, but look at how the brush, it just does the work. So you're always blending upward with that contour because you don't want to drag it down. And then the really cool thing about the cream is, and I just kind of actually pat out a little bit more of that to make sure that my connection line is good. So with the cream, I have like a few, I dermaplaned my face last night, and so I have a few little spots where my skin was a little uneven, so the razor kind of got at it a little bit. But look, you can just kind of go in and spot where you need to. And now we're already ready for blush. So you have your dimension. Look at the dimension that it adds to your face, like my nose, my lips, my cheeks. It's so amazing. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into my blush. I'm kind of just going into my plum and then sweeping it in to the black cherry. And then I'm just going to lightly start applying my color on my cheeks. And since this is a darker color, I just want to make, like, that's about how I like it. So look, there's not too much left on the brush, but I wanted to make sure that I'm not transferring too much color. And then I'm just going to soften that out. I like a little bit more pop on my cheeks just because I have natural, you know, more rosy cheeks, and I think it's so pretty. So I'm gonna leave my blush just like that. Then I'm gonna go into the color because I'm doing pinks and purples. Going into my Pink Angel Illuminator, kind of tapping that on the high cheekbone there. So that way when you turn, you get that glimpse of a really pretty candlelit glow. And then I'm gonna accentuate my Cupid's bow a little bit. I put a little on my chin so you get like some shine right there. And I actually like a little bit of shimmer, so I go ahead and tap some on my forehead, take my contour brush, and just kind of soften that out. All right, we're all ready to set. So again, taking your bronzer brush, which I use my my highlight color that you've seen. Now I'm going to go to the fluffy end. We do have a vanilla dust. I'm just trying to use up some of my old powders. The vanilla dust I like in my compact. So then I go in and see, I'm getting a little. I don't do too much powder. I just do a little bit and then set mainly my forehead. I set my nose, around my lips, and then where I put the highlight color on my jawline. I do not go in and set here because I want that glow and sheen. So now it's time to go in and fix these brows. So as you can see, I have really full, like, natural brows. I'm not trying to do anything crazy with them. So I'm just going in and I'm going to fill them in while I'm looking in my mirror here versus the phone. Going to just create that more natural look. So you can tell I have dark roots, so I actually use, I'm gonna have to re-glue this guy together. They get bent and broke every now and then, so a little super glue works great. Okay, let's switch. So this is my eyeshadow compact. I kind of take them out and play with them in other compacts, but you can see I just love having so many options. I have, ooh, one of them looks to be, oh, let's pop that one out. That's a bummer. This is only, you know, I've been an artist, honestly, for 4 years. This is the only second one that I have seen this happen, and the first time it was because I dropped my compact. And I'll be honest, my daughter comes and plays with these, so I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't drop this and I just didn't know about it. So we'll get that fixed up. A little bit of rubbing alcohol and packing that back in and letting it dry, and fixes right up. Okay, so here's the 4 colors I'm going to use. This one is Claire, Cranberry, Eve, and Sis. So if you like a pink look, you'll really like this quad. Super, super simple. And then I always use, I know I've mentioned this in other videos, but I always use either Drift or Sabrina on my upper brow bone because I don't like my upper brow bone to get too shimmery. And so it's just a nice light cream color to connect the look and soften any crease line, but without being like this is super sparkly. But I'll show you that when we get there. So super simple. I'm just gonna tap my fluffy brush into Claire. I'm going to start pressing into the crease. And once I get a good amount of product on there, I'm gonna start doing my circular motions. So I want the color to go higher than the actual crease. Like you can see how it really opens the eye. If you want it a little bit darker, just do another little tap in your color. And you can see there's really no precise beyond getting the crease and up. The brush does a really nice job of making it look really nice and natural. So just tapping it in the crease and then working your swirls. Nice light hand. And then I drag a little bit under the corner of my eye just to connect underneath. You can figure that preference out for yourself. Okay, so we have our color to open the eye. Do just a little bit. All right, so now I'm gonna flip it over here. I'm gonna go into Eve. This is this rich, dark, pretty color. And I'm going to gently pack. I'm not gonna swipe. You want to pack it in the corner. And by packing it into the corner, because you have your primer on, you will have less fallout hitting your face. Versus if you're swiping, you're gonna like flick color across your face. We don't want that. So just pat it in, pack it in. Then you're gonna flip the brush over and just soften that out a little bit. There. And I have two brushes. One is for light colors, one is for dark colors. Keeps everything for me super simple. Now, if you did get any color fallout, which I'm just looking and I did not, but if you do, all you need to do is take your fluffy brush and just do a light little swipe if there is a little bit. If there's a bunch of fallout, I feel like I have something in my eye, sorry. If there's a little bit of fallout, you could go over with your color. Okay, so here is the Sabrina color that I was talking about, and I just go up here and put a little bit of that light cream shimmer. See how that just softens it out, connects the look. So now I am on to my kind of in-between colors. So I'm going to go into the color Cis with my lighter brush. I'm going to place that. See how I just got fallout? It's a sparkle. These are highly sparkly, pretty shimmers, but look at how that really pops that inner corner. Okay. Pack that in there. Then I'm going to take that same end of the brush and go into the inner part where I don't have the dark color, and I'm going to put this cranberry color. So right on the ball of the eye, kind of right there in the center, is the cranberry color, and it just really mirrors all those colors together. Now, if you feel like you want a little bit more pop of this color, you can go ahead and place a little bit more at that lash line just to darken that out. And because we have the darker colors, I'm not going to do any liner on my lash line. I'm just going to go straight into my mascara. And we are kind of running out of time, so I'll just show you the quick colors. I'll do my mascara, and then as a cover photo, I will put the finished look. So let me know if you want any of these colors, I can help you out.